Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, this is Proxify here. We're back once again for another Let's Play of Zack Wiki, and if you did miss out during the last one, well, we decided to take a detour and not really go into more of a pirate sleuthing, but more so of a pirate heist. And that was all the way back over at the Captain Rose's ship, and now we finally got ourselves with Barbaros Castle here, so let's go and finally jump into one of these type of levels and try to finish off with the pieces of Barbaros, because I'm pretty certain that around over here at Barbaros Castle should at least have the last bit of the remaining type of body parts that we do need for him. So with all that being said in mind, let's go and head into the Bell Tower of Requiem here, and let's go and start off with this mission, and I will help you get yourself guided throughout here as we go along. So as we can go and see here is that there is going to be some unghouly type of ghost that will be showing up, and also a random type of machine that's all the way down below there. One thing that you do not want to do is that there is like a type of circle that's around that said type of ghastly or ghostly type of machine that is going to be there. We don't really want to ever go and touch on that at all whatsoever, because I know that once you go and do, you will run into a game over, and unfortunately this type of light doesn't really go and last for too long, and then that's where we're going to be getting some of these skulls here that will go and turn themselves into an actual said ghost. Now, you don't really want to have Zack go and try to run across up with any of these type of ghosts, because they will give you a game over. But there will be a way at some point where we will be able to kind of at least somewhat guide those type of two ghosts that are blocking the key at that moment, and we'll at least try to find another piece of light to at least go and affect them so that they don't have to transform into anything else. So yeah, as you guys go and see, there is some crumblies on the floor. We don't really want to be touching on that as we go along, or else you will fall and hit that type of machine that's down below there, and you will get yourself a game over. But what we are going to have to go and do first is that there is a said type of buttons, type of switch, and what we do need is that it's going to help us kind of reverse the effect of what that wheel is going to be doing here. So what we're going to be first is stopping it at the very beginning, and then rotating it into another direction, and then that should at least somewhat guide ourselves into where we can now go and actually walk across onto it without actually having to do it the other way around. So let's go and head all the way up into the ladder here. And I think for right now, what we're going to do is that we're just going to kind of have to sit and wait a little bit. And this is where you will have to kind of use your camera here and there, just so that you can kind of at least just make sure when those guys are going to be well, at least somewhat transforming themselves back into their skull type of form. So now what we're going to do is actually pick up with the said type of skull that will be here, and then just go and put it all the way onto the switch and do it as quickly as you can before the light actually gets in and completely turns off. And if you're probably thinking to yourself is like, Prox, well, if we go and have that button switch and then all of a sudden the light goes away, whatever are we going to do if we ever have to come back down here? Well, there is a situation at the very end of everything, and that's when we will be able to at least somewhat get ourselves all the way back down to where that said treasure chest is going to be. So now we just kind of have to just sit and wait for a little bit, and wait until these ghosts don't show up and try to attack us here, which it is pretty nice, because all that we're doing is just kind of just sitting in this little spot for right now, and they don't ever see us. Alright, so now let's just go and keep on moving ahead. We're going to come back to that fountain in just a little bit. There is going to be a set item that will be a set in that switch, just in well, within a couple seconds here, I think, actually. So let's just go and check around for some of the different pots, get some more extra currency alongside with us, just so that we can at least go and build up on some other ones. Because you never know. And, hey, look at that. We got ourselves one of the many first of Easter eggs that are out here. Because I know that some of those type of 8-bit figurines within this game are also another thing. But I have never come across up with any of them. I know that there's like a Mega Man one. But at least we got a Bionic Commando one. So we at least got some sort of figurine for that. Alright, so here it is. So we're going to go and basically pull on the bell here, and what's going to happen is that this type of said fountain, yeah, will create that type of spooky type of effect that's going to happen with this fountain here, and we do need that piece of the moon that is down there. So just grab that as best as you can, and run on out of there as quickly as ever, before that light goes into effect. And we're going to go and throw it here onto this lamp, which is now we should be able to have some light that should be coming across over to here. So what we're going to do is actually going to take one of these skulls and just place them right over here and just drop it. Then we're going to do it with the exact same thing with the other set skull, but we're going to kind of have to wait a little bit until this guy turns himself back into another one. Yeah, you can only do this like once per time, because it seems like if you try to at least somewhat pick up with one type of skull, you won't actually have enough time to do it for the other one. So we're going to kind of have to rinse and repeat and kind of eat a chocolate bar as we go along here for this one. Alright, so let's just head all the way over here and drop the said skull into this light. And now what we're going to do is just wait until that light just disappears, and then we'll pick up with the said type of skeleton key, or the Barbaros key, or whatever type of key that's here, and we'll pick it up. There we go. I wonder if that type of fountain there or whatever is probably Barbaros before he went and turned himself into a skeleton. Maybe that's what that type of picture is all supposed to be about. Well, here we go. Let's just head all the way up into this type of ladder now. And yes, so there is a bomb frog. So what we're going to have to do now is just go and shake our wiki around over here and bring up with the said type of bomb and place it right on into where the said bell is going to be. And then that should actually create an effect now where this whole area is going to start crumbling all apart, and then we can be able to at least somewhat pick up with the treasure chest after once this is all said and done. And there we go, and just like that, that should at least somewhat finish off with that type of machine, so that it doesn't have to come into effect anymore. And let's go down with the said type of pulley system here. Alright, nice. So just come across on over here to where the said type of treasure chest is going to be. And let's go and finally get the, I guess his chastity belt or whatever type of belt that's going to be here. That will be the next body part for Barbaros. And once we go and do that, that means our 5 pieces that we are currently missing have now, I believe, have dropped down to 4. So let's go and check out our vaults here just to make sure. But yeah, so it looks like we're just missing only 4 there. Seems like it. But we're going to go and end off here for today. So see you guys in the next one. And of course, peace.